My trailer starts off with a sign of Monahan Presents. I did this to bring in a more professional and personal feel to it and let the audience feel more involved in creation, and so they know more about who made the film and the directors, production company, etc. The establishing shot is to start off in equilibrium so the audience can feel comfortable and that the start of the trailer can bring a sense of normality until the pace picks up of the trailer clips and they begin to be more dark and scary. Having an establishing shot allows the audiences to see the surrounding area and the building in a different light, because the start of the trailer suggests that the building is a pretty cultural building, whereas in the middle of the film it is portrayed as a scary abandoned mansion. My establishing shot didn't go so well because I tried to focus on an equilibrium and give audiences this sense of like normality at the start of the trailer, so they'd feel like comfortable, and then the pace would start to pick up, and then they'd be more scared when the scary clips come on. But unfortunately, the fact that the lighting at the start is really bright and then it turns to like clips where it's really, really dark has confused some of my audiences from the audience feedback, and so hasn't worked as well as I thought it would. This shot is inside the mansion, where there is a bit of dialogue at this point to bring in this attachment to the audience, and in this section I have tried to bring in a narrative structure here with the fact that the boys are there but they aren't responding to their shouts, and we begin to process of scary clips. This clip didn't go so well because the editing is a little bit shaky at points. I tried to clear this up with like slowing down and lowering the sound. The crying shot was one filmed after the initial trip to the mansion, and so at first I was a little worried it would look out of place, and I had to fit a close-up in as I didn't have enough of a shot priority. I feel that the lighting works well and fits in with the second half of the trailer well, and you can't tell it wasn't filmed on the same day. It was good to add some more emotion to it as well, brings the audience into this intensity and mystery as to Anand's question like, why is she crying? This shot focuses more on the structure and composition of the building, thinking about my inspiration from the Dr. Kalahari movie and the way that angles in it look like mine. There is only really one light source in this shot, which means you are focusing on the girl running down the centre. I have lowered the volume of this shot slightly so you can hear her shouting for her friends. I tried to work with something a little more intense for this clip because it's halfway through the trailer. It's a static mid-shot of the back of my victim, an extremely mysterious shot due to the fact she isn't struggling or making any noises, so left with an unanswered question like, is she dead, etc. There is a purpose heavy shadow to the right, which happens due to a direct light source like something from a classic horror movie. I purposely put the victim in greys, which presents her as a fragile victim, and this works well with the run-down textural background of the wall. At the end, I have purposely left a gap between the clips and the ending shot to allow audience to feel a sense of unknown, and that you are faced with a bit of sound from the trailer, which then follows with the last shot, the man's face, which the trailer builds up to this point and leaves the audience with a mid-close-up of his face and a little bit of detail, which was done to make the audience want to go and see the product and to find out more about it and perhaps clear up a storyline and confusion they may be faced with. The trailer builds up nicely to this shot at the end.